Hi everyone, it's Miss Dragonfly back again, and this is my review of episode 21 of Married at First Sight season 4. Now, in this episode, following on from last, they are completing their last dates before the commitment ceremony, or I should say, renewal ceremony. First off, Sean and Susan. In last episode, they had a hot air balloon ride. And after that, Sean takes Susan horseback riding to sell her the idea of living at a farm and convince her that she can truly be a horsewoman. They eventually come to an immaculately laid out brunch spread, and they both say nice things that, such as they are what each other wants. But the issue of Susan having to leave her hip life for his farm life for them to be together is what is coming between them. And now on to Andi and Vanessa. We move on to the skydiving from last episode to a scenic seaside picnic where Andi gives Vanessa some flowers. And she complains that he doesn't want to talk about the future and is moving slowly. He tells her there is not much more to him. What you see is basically what you get. I gather Andy's quite a simple guy and honest and simple. Now she realizes that she would have to accept his general state of being introvert and quiet. But she's just not sure if she's happy with that. Now, previously in my review of prior episodes, I had expressed a lot of misgivings over them being the opposite of one another, one introvert and one extrovert. And those experts that put them together said that they would balance each other out by her bringing him out of his shell and him tempering her more. But something like that is never going to work because you are relying on the both of them basically to change who they are for the relationship to work. And I guess that's just not fair on people to have to change who they are. You know, and it's not something that comes naturally to people, and it's not in their nature, so they're not going to be happy doing that, at least over the long term. So I think what's most important is that people are able to be themselves. Now, for Nick and Sharon, following their Luna Park date, Nick and Sharon continue their conversation in the secret garden. They answer the issue of trust issues. Sharon says that she's still scared of getting hurt. And Nick surprises her by bringing an adorable handwritten scrapbook of their best memories together so far. And the first quote is, the start to the best time of Nick Verthy's life, right on the first page. So it seems they're on track now. Now, however, things are not as rosy for her sister, her twin Michelle. Over with them, Michelle and Jessie, we are reminded that Michelle and Jessie were matched because of their outgoing natures. And Jessie has his last chance to convince Michelle that he's the man for her. So after yachting around the harbour and downing a couple of bottles of wine, it's time for Jessie to read the letter he's painstakingly written for Michelle. And I can just see Michelle dreading it as Jessie is trying, and it would make her job of breaking up with him after that, up with him afterwards that much harder. But afterwards, Michelle said it was a beautiful, touching letter. And that outpouring earns him a kiss on the cheek. Jessie's love is really an open door. But Michelle, the only door Michelle seems to be walking towards is the exit. And I'm sure she's going to get there one day, and it's going to be rather sooner than later, I feel. Now over with Anthony and Nadia. For their last date, very last date, Anthony arranges a romantic dinner for two. It starts off by asking how they were going to make her come to Sydney to work. And he asks on the subject some more, and finally Nadia reaches breaking point and fights back. So much bullshit, she mutters under her breath. And you can almost see Anthony's wires short-circuiting and demanding that she explain what she meant by that. She then expressed concern that the relationship could end up being one-sided. And Anthony is mainly upset that Nadia has doubts about him, which doesn't really sit well, as he said. Now over to Eleni and Simon. They're still enjoying the rooftop sunset dinner he's planned for them. And he's hired Rye Thistlethwaite from Thirsty Merc to serenade them while they dance. So they're looking very romantic and looking very much the couple. And they both agree their feelings for each other are more than like. Now, I would have to say that while all the other couples have been more high profile and had more attention being on them, Eleni and Simon's relationship has quietly developed. And this is a surprise, and I would have to say that they seem more genuine than the others, and they actually may end up going the furthest together. Now, post dates, the next day, Michelle and Sharon meet up at the beach in the bikinis there, and Sharon gloats about the great time she's had with Nick, while Michelle mulls over what to do with Jesse. It's an ongoing theme. Michelle, please put him out of his misery. I think a lot of people are thinking. Now, meanwhile, Nadia invites Vanessa out for a crisis chat over juice, and Nadia tells her the million reasons why she doesn't want to move for Anthony. And meanwhile, Anthony is having his own crisis talk with Nick, but his talk centers mostly on everything Nadia's doing wrong. And he says he feels he's done everything and enough except for saying the 3 words which he can't do. I think mainly because he don't feel them. And now we are told at the end, the experts have a surprise in store. They each give a couple a box containing an old-fashioned DVD that contains their wedding footage. And you can see shots of them all sitting down and watching. And some couples can see how far they've come, while other couples just feel uncomfortable. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts by leaving your comments below. And if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to be alerted to when the next video is posted. So until then, see you.